Alrighty, I'm messing around on the mini mill here, and I want to check the travel. Right now we're at almost 4¼ inches. Okay. And I'm at 5¼ inches. So I think they advertise it as 9¼ or 9½. Um, Either way, I mean, there's ample amount of space to put a case on here in a vise and mill off the bottom. And also, these machines are decent. They're as good as you set them up, and as good as the tools as you have. You can't, adjust your gibs or whatever, get everything running smooth, but you got to actually use the machine. It's like the pinball machine. You lean on it, or the pool table where the one pocket's a little sunk in. It's the same thing. And then when everything wears in, then you can make some adjustments. I mean, this has got gib screws everywhere. You can get in there with some grease. I haven't pulled off the motor or anything. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of gear drive. So it is a little bit noisy. I mean, I can fire it up here. Spindle's cold. Why don't I do that so you guys can hear it? It's got a unit back here with a cooling fan blowing out air in case you get into a spirited session, I guess. It is a little bit noisy though. But there's really no vibration at all. So, I mean, the machine itself proper is decent. It's as good as the setup that you give it. Down the road, you're going to have to make your adjustments and adjust the gibs to get, everything square and trammed in. But this little setup here with the drill motor, it's definitely caveman. But man, it's going to save you a lot of cranking. You could probably come up with something, a motor that fit off the end of this, okay? And you had it set up on a slide. And then there was a coupler between this and the motor. So as that spun this way, went like this, it would just slide along with it. And conversely, it would be pushed back. And you could probably rig something up like that with a DC or whatever, relatively cheap. That's where they get you on these machines. When you start looking at the accessories and this and that, you want the rotary table and just even a vise itself costs you quite a bit of money. I got a 6-inch vise for this because I want to make up soft jaws, out of brass or aluminum. A lot of guys are asking me a couple emails, well, what do you mean you're going to mill the case? You'll never be able to. No, look it. You just take a piece of cardboard first and lay everything out to see where you can get that case, like this case here, the 562. this is what I would do. All right, you got this thing set up. You got material down here, but on this side you got nothing, really. So you want some contact. So on this side, you're going to take your cardboard here and make a cutout, okay, and get the rough shape of it. And then what you're going to do, and this is why I got a 6-inch vise, so I have plenty of room, is you take the hard jaws out of there, you put the soft jaws on there, and you just roughly trace it off the engine, okay? And then you machine them. You bolt them up. You know, make sure they're square. Machine them square first on all the different sides. I mean, the ends don't matter, but you might as well do it, right? In case you need to, for whatever reason, you need it square, it's there. And then you can have it such that if you want to use the vise with the hard jaws, you take the soft jaws off. Just make sure you got them pinned. You put 2 locating pins, one on one corner, one on the other. All right? That way, when you take them off and you put them back on, they're going to be in the same spot, like dead nuts. The only way they won't be dead nuts is if you put it on a cockeyed angle and you start beating to one side or something. Yeah, then you're going to be off. And that will hold the cylinder. And then if you want to do a steel, I mean, the steels are a lot different. They give you a lot of meat. I mean, you can make something to hold it real easy. So, but this will do it. It'll do the job I want. It'll mill the case, and we'll see it out in the yard. We'll see what happens.